Hello everyone, it's Pam here again with Tattered Paper and Lace. And guess what? It must be a Monday. So we are on week 20 of the Margarete Miller Challenge. So if you go to hashtag 2025 CWP30, CWP20, you will see others who are doing collages with these same prompts. So let's go over the prompts and see what we have. We need a picture of an animal in motion, a decorative element, a photograph of a reflection in water, something that starts with P, an image of a book or stack of books, and a clipping of a headline in a serif font. I did not do that one. So I did not do the bonus this week, but I have the other prompts and I am ready to go with those. So let's back you up just a little bit. As always, well, not always, but most often, I have my background. I'm going to back you out just a little bit more because if you can see, it's shiny paper, and if you can see, it's called diamond dust. So it has a little bit of a glittery aspect to it. I am calling that my decorative element. So my background is my decorative element. It's the best I could do. So we're just going with that. Okay, so then here are my other little prompts. I needed an animal in motion. So we have this dog that is running toward us. The decorative element, again, is my background paper. A photograph of a reflection in water is this photograph right here. And quite honestly, I think this is the right way up. So right here is the water line. And this is the lake, and this is what's being reflected. So this mountain and the trees are reflected in this lake right here. So that's my something reflective, or a reflection in water. Photograph. This came from a travel magazine. Well, not the same travel magazine of last week's collage, but a similar sort. The last week's was from North Carolina. This one I got this out of was Tennessee, I believe. So I collect those. They have nice images in it. I want to make this look like a stamp. So I took my little stamp scissors, the little Fiskars, aren't these? Yeah, Fiskars, little stamp edge scissors, as you see. Let me open them for you. Let's see if you can see. Can tell, but anyway, it's right. The image is right there, and I go around the image I want to make look like a stamp, and do that. So I'll need to glue that down. I'm going to do that with glue stick, I believe. Okay, and then I needed something that starts with P. Well, this is from a magazine. I believe it was Southern Living. And it is a pine cone, quote unquote, pine cone made out of almond slivers. So I thought I would use that as my something that starts with a P. So that's a pine cone. And then I have my book. I have a book. I don't have a stack of books. I have a book. This came from Reader's Digest. And it is, if you can see it, I'm not sure you can, it is Our Kindred Creatures, which I thought was an appropriate book title for our little creature right here. So let's get started on this. First off, I want to get my glue book here. And glue stick. And so right over here, which you're not going to be able to see, I'm going to glue my image so that I can glue it to my stamped piece here, or my piece that will make it look like it's a postage stamp, and get that down. This is very hard to tell which way is up on this. So let's just put this on here as evenly as possible. Like, excuse me. Excuse me. Like that right there. Sorry. Got something in my throat. Okay. So there we are. Now, this one's again a simple one. So we're going to have this like that. It's going to be something like this. Going to make him be over there as far as I can. The pine cone, quote unquote, pine cone is going to be right up here, like this. As you can tell, I usually already have these figured out and laid out because it just takes me a little while, and I leave it laying here, and then I go away and come back and look at it, and, you know, so forth and so on. So I think I want him to be over far enough. There we go. And then this, see, it has this little pink corner. I don't want that pink corner to show. That was not part of the book. That was part of the advertisement of the book, if you will. And I don't want that to show. So, that's not quite how I want it. These, when you glue something, it wants to curl. After it's dried, I can get it curled back and it not curl again, but in the meantime, it wants to curl. So I don't know if you can see this image either very well. My lights this time are not doing as good as they were earlier. But see, it says our kindred creatures. And it has all kinds of creatures. It's not domestic animals per se. It's all kind of creatures. But nonetheless, I thought it was appropriate. So we're going to stick that on there. I don't know, somehow like that. And him somehow like that. And then it looks like the dog is in midair. I don't like that, because he wouldn't be in midair. So we're going to put a little piece of green down here that will hopefully mimic, and this has some foliage on it here. You can see it has some foliage here. So I want that to sort of be like the ground that he is running on, because he's running on something and it's not the air. So we're going to put that there to ground him a little bit. And I don't want the edge of this green to show. I want it to be hidden behind everything. And I think that I about got that accomplished. Let's see if I do that right. Let's get him up. Let's get this back over here. This is fiddly. They're not usually this fiddly. This is fiddly. Okay, I gotta move you up because I can't see what I'm doing. I mean, I can't do it through the camera. I can see it through the camera, but I can't do it through the camera. So we want him almost all the way to the bottom of this circle, and that to be like right there where his ear will come right to the edge. That's how we want him to be. So I'm going to go ahead and glue him partially down so that I don't have to think about him again. He will be where he is supposed to be. I'll go ahead and cut off that green piece. Well, I won't either because, look at me. Oh, man. I am not doing well here. Okay, he's basically stuck down enough, so I'm going to stick this down right around here. So I don't have to worry about that again. And then we'll get him all the way down. Not the dog, but this piece of paper. I think it can go all the way down. I think that it can. I know the rest of him can go here. So let's get his ear down right here. Just like that. And this part of him can go down. Because the only thing that's going to go under him is the part, maybe part of the book. I'm not even sure that's going to happen. Okay, so that's pretty good, just like that. Let me get this piece cut off so we can get it out of the way. So we'll just trim it around here. Now, I did the background already, and I sanded it already. So, it should be in pretty good shape. Okay. I didn't have that glued down, so that moved on me a little bit right there. But let me glue the rest of that down. I think I can. There. I think I can, because I think this is just going to go like this. Right up next to him. Right there. Like that. This is going to go just like this, right over that. Just like that. I can glue this all the way down. I can glue this all the way down. Okay, so let's do it. Let's glue this all the way down. I think we can glue the dog all the way down. He's not going to go under him, just up next to him. Ooh, this might go under him a little bit though. So I take that back. I take that back. This is going to go under him a little bit, I think. Let's just, we won't stick him all the way down quite yet. Let's just see. I didn't do that like I had it laid down, but that's okay. Okay, yeah, he's going to go under there just a little bit. Not much. Just a little bit, like that. So let me go ahead and get this glued down. When you got lots of little moving parts, I don't want it, I want to use glue stick on this. That's thin paper and it's, excuse me. It seems like I'm trying to get a cold again. I have a stuffy nose. And of course it could be allergies. There are things blooming all over the place in our yard, so it could very well be could easily be allergy. Okay, so we're going to stick that down just like that. That's good. Then we'll go in here, get this guy down. And the rest of the dog. So this is kind of backwards layering because I had to put it down to see where it goes. And so that's kind of backwards layering. So my thought here is this blue background, that is my fancy, my something, not fancy, but something, a decorative element. I'm going to call that my decorative element. The background is sparkly. That's kind of like the sky. And then we have a little bit of ground over here for him to be running on. And then I'm going to put this right up here, just like that. And we'll be good. I'm not going to do this one with, it's magazine, but because it's on that, I'm going to do it with glue instead of glue stick, because I'm afraid it might not do as well on that sparkly, shiny paper. But I'm gonna cut it off a little bit, so hopefully it won't go spewing out everywhere. And I'm gonna do it kind of like this. There we go. Yep, that's kind of like what I want to do, just like that. Okay, I think that's it. I have it. I think that's it. I think it is. I think it is. I have this little sanding block here. We'll sand that little bit off. We'll sand off around here on that green. Oh, I did cut his foot off a little bit. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to have him up a little bit higher, but that's okay. Okay. And I think that's it. Little bits of paper all over me now. Okay. Yep, that's it. I believe so. It turned out kind of cute. Probably not my favorite one, but kind of cute nonetheless. Oops. There we go. And we'll go over the prompts. Where's my... Okay. All right, we'll use this as my pointer. Okay, so here is our prompts. We needed a picture of an animal. I bought me a little Tim Holtz tiny roller. I've been using a wallpaper seam roller, which works fine, but this was on clearance, 70% off at Joann's, and so I bought it. So, because it was maybe $3 or something like that, so I bought it. Okay. Back to the project at hand here. Okay, a picture of an animal in motion. We have this dog that is running toward us. A decorative element. I am counting the wallpaper. The scrapbook paper in the background is sparkly and shiny. I don't know if you can see the sparkles, but there's some sparkles in there too. So I'm calling that my decorative element. A photograph of a reflection in water is this faux postage stamp, which this is the water, and this light part right through here is the water line, and this is the lake, and this is what the mountains and the trees that are being reflected in the lake. So that's my photograph of a reflection in water. Something that starts with P is this faux pine cone that is made with almond slivers. An image of a book or a stack of books, that is this image right here, and it is Our Kindred Creatures, and that's from the Reader's Digest. So that is my collage for this week. I did not do a clipping of a headline in a serif font. I couldn't find anything that fit, so I just didn't do it. And that's what I'll do if I can't find it to fit. Just so you know, this is these are all suggestions. You can do whatever you want. It's your collage. You can do part, you can do all, you can do 3, you can do whatever you want. The goal is to use 5 of them. That's why there's a bonus. So that if you can't find one of the other things, you can do the bonus instead, or you can not do the bonus, or you can do all 6. Most of the time I try to do all 6 just for the heck of it. Today I could not get that accomplished, so I did not do the bonus. So I appreciate you coming along. If you've just found me, welcome, and I hope you come back. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you have been with me before, welcome back, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you will continue to watch my collages. I'm doing at least once a week with the Margarete Miller. Sometimes I do other things. We'll be starting on a journal that I should have already started, and I've already mentioned, but I will be starting on that soon. And I may take you along with me for part of that, so stay tuned for that. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.